What if your mental health issue isn't a mental health issue, but more so a situational or environmental issue that you are mislabeling as a mental health issue? What implications might that have for your overall mental health in the short and long term? It's a question I've been pondering the past couple of days. What do I mean? Basically, sometimes how we are feeling and thinking on the inside is not caused by an issue on the inside, but more so caused by an issue on the outside. I'll give you a couple of examples. Let's say if someone really close to you passed away, and as a result you felt very, very sad on the inside, and the sadness was merely brought about as a result of the situation, someone passing away, the sadness wouldn't necessarily be a mental health issue. It's more so a situational or environmental issue that is completely normal. If, on the other hand, someone close to you passed away and you reacted internally in delight and you were very, very happy, that in and of itself just might be a mental health issue, because it's a completely abnormal reaction to the situation. Another example, using myself, sometimes I will get a very poor sleep, 3 hours, 4 hours, and 95% of the time the next day I will experience the symptoms that are associated with depression or an anxiety disorder. So I might feel really low within myself, low energy, low mood, sluggish, snappy, anxious, overthinking, overwhelmed, overconsumed by negative thoughts. In such a moment, I'm not necessarily having a mental health issue. I'm having a normal response to the situation, which was you got a poor sleep the night prior, and sleep is vital for you. When you sleep, you rest, you recover. You did not sleep, you did not rest, you did not recover. Therefore, you're reacting internally, normally, to the situation. In the past, during such situations, I would sometimes question my mental health. So I'd wonder, do I have depression? Or do I have a serious anxiety disorder? Is there something wrong with me? And as I began to, over time, question my thought processes and look at things from different angles, I began to kind of realise that no, in such a moment you do not have a mental health issue. You're not depressed. You are not having an anxiety disorder related issue. You're having a normal response to the situation. And I found that when I kind of began to realise that, I found it very, very liberating, because it's easy to mislabel how we're thinking and feeling on the inside and kind of label it a mental health issue, and to then kind of fall into a spiral of developing a mental health issue, an anxiety disorder, maybe becoming depressed. It has often happened to myself in the past. An example being, you get a poor sleep, the next day you question, am I depressed? Do I have a serious mental health disorder? And then you start kind of looking at different areas of life and finding things to suggest, right, you actually do have a mental health disorder, when in reality you don't. You're just having a normal situation to life. And as a result of kind of mislabeling how you're thinking and feeling, you can then actually begin to develop the disorder that you think but currently do not have, like that. So we have to tread carefully when it comes to that. At the same time, I need to be very careful. As I mentioned, I'm not by no means trying to suggest that mental health issues do not exist. So everything outside of yourself could be perfect. No close friends or family members have passed away. You have a good job, a good relationship, good friends. Everything on the outside is perfect. You're getting a good night's sleep. But on the inside, you may feel really sad. You may be kind of thinking in a negative manner repeatedly. So not just for the day, but over the course of many days, many weeks, or maybe even many months. So by no means am I saying that it's all out in your situation. So the problems in here are because of what's going on out there. That's not the case, and it'd be foolish to try and suggest that that is the case. Also, I'm not trying to say there is a divide, a complete divide between situation and mental health. The both of them are interlinked. For example, myself in the past, 9 to 10 years ago, I had kind of issues with drugs, and as a result of the situation, so my environment, my surroundings, the things that I was doing, the activities I was engaging in, my situation actually led to mental illness. I was having drug-induced psychotic episodes. So I'm not saying situations they do not result in an improvement or even kind of a worsening of your mental health. They do, and vice versa. You can have everything going right for you on a situational or environmental level, but you could have a mental health issue. You might be experiencing severe depression, severe anxiety, and as a result of kind of experiencing what you're experiencing on the inside, your outside can then kind of reflect kind of what's going on within. So you kind of might let go of yourself. You might stop exercising, and you might stop eating well. You might even quit work. You might isolate yourself, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to kind of distinguish what I'm trying to get across within this video. I'm not trying to suggest that mental health is not real. As I said at the start of the video, it would be very, very foolish and irresponsible of me to suggest that. It's just a bit of food for thought.